NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. A moment here to see the numbers for him.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
A look at the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've got Cason Wallace. Williams is out there with Holmgren. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Hansen in at the 5. And for the Clippers, we've got Walker Kessler. He's out there with Ivica Zubac. Hardy is out there with Bobby Portis. And it's the Cobra in at the 2. And Grant sitting at the midway point of the season now. As a player, does it feel that way? Or does one half drag on more than the other?
You know, I'd say the back half can feel a little bit longer. Whether it's games of consequence that magnify things, or for teams lower down, maybe the season drags on at the end.
And one of the ongoing storylines for MP this season, he's made it known that he is extremely focused on making a statement with his offense.
And so far, he's delivered on his promise to keep his foot on the accelerator offensively. The scoring role is one that most players would happily embrace, but it's the rare few who can deliver in this fashion the way we've seen MP do it.
Now here's Williams. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game to the paint. And Williams punches it home.
What a jam by Williams, just springing off the floor and throwing it down.
Pass to the Cobra. We played just over a minute here in the first. Portis outside from behind the arc. They grab their own miss. Here's the Cobra. Portis right side. Down low. Shot clock at 5. Here's the Cobra. Here's Hardy. Portis with it. Kessler with it. Tries yet again. Holmgren with the block.
Unreal stretch from Holmgren there. Allows him to alter or block a shot just about every time someone's in his area.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. I asked him specifically about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and what their defensive game plan is for him, and Coach said we have to be active, we have to keep him in front of us, and to try to limit his chances around the rim. Their offense really opens up when he's able to attack the basket, so let's see if the defense is up for the challenge. BA?
Allie, thank you. The Cobra can't hit.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Cobra pulls it down. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
To the left wing. Outside, Williams. Out to the right wing. Hansen passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Chandler, he's checked in for Wallace. And he sinks the second. And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game, coming at any defense that people throw at him.
Hardy. Here's Kessler. And there's two. Work on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Outside, Williams. With the crossover, and it's good on the layup. Williams has got 6.
And Jalen Williams had a plan there to outwork the defense. He knows you got to bring it to the paint.
Here's the Cobra. And a two-handed jam.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good there. The Clippers in the lead.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Inside. The rebound by Chandler. The Thunder have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 9.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And the Clippers making a change here. Coffey's checked in. Topic is checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's Hardy. He's got 6. Here's the Cobra. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. I'm being told we've got Shams Charania on the line with a developing story. Shams, what's the scoop?
Thanks, B.A. With the trade deadline nearing, the news tonight is about the Denver Nuggets. They wanted Rudy Gobert at any cost, and they managed to make it happen. And what I'm told, this was a very defensive-minded acquisition for them. Obviously, Gobert will... get them points, but it's his ability to deflect shots that has them really, really excited.
Well done. Appreciate the report, Shams. Thanks. And here are the Thunder now, following the score by Los Angeles. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
The Cobra passes to Hardy. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Pass to Hansen. No one near him. And another miss by Oklahoma City. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle. And stolen by Williams. Only one man back on D. Here's Chandler. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's the Cobra. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. A deep 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's Los Angeles. They're up by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
They've got Hardy, Walker Kessler out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Amir Coffey, and it's the Cobra in a shooting guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Time now to hear. From our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Cobra in the last game against the Warriors was tremendous. He contributed 62 points, and he also dominated the glass. No surprises there. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Graham.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, BA. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Chandler, the pass to Holmgren, shoots over Zubac, and it's Holmgren missing. Los Angeles leading by 5. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's the Cobra. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren. Los Angeles shooting their initial free throws of the game here. And he knocks down the first one. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes a legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. Wallace is checked in. Oklahoma City shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
2 shots.
He makes a first. Oklahoma City making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Let's have a look at the leaderboard now and see the toughest defensive teams in the league these past 10 games. The Clippers, number 1.
Well, over the past couple weeks, this defense has found itself locked in. They've played hungry, and they've played physical.
The Cobra passes to Coffey. nails the wide-open jumper. Coffey's gotten his first bucket of the night. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Wallace. Fires the three. Bam! Buries it from three.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
The Clippers lead by 3. Poke loose. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. Taking a look at the Clippers, they've been outstanding thus far, claiming the top spot in their conference. And of course the Thunder, now 9 games behind.
When I look at the Clippers, they just have serious hopes for the outcome of this season. They're focused on putting up a banner.
A massive amount of confidence, tremendous swagger with this team, and they believe in themselves. That might be all it takes to get them where they want to go.
Here's Topic, following the score by Los Angeles. Oh, the Thunder, another three!
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
A chance to check out the Los Angeles Clippers' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll start out on the road to play the Rockets in Houston. And then on Saturday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings.
And for that game against the Hornets, anything can happen in the NBA. But they'll be a heavy favorite, and it would take a total meltdown for them to lose. He wasn't quite as assertive as he needed to be in the first quarter, but now he's taking a more head-on approach and getting himself to the line.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now here's Williams. 9 points in the game. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Kessler.
There's a lot of things that they love about Jalen Williams, but his polished all-around game is something appreciated. He can fill the roles and fill the holes for whatever they need to do.
Bobby Portis has checked in for Kessler. To the inside. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Here's Wallace. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's the Cobra. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Outside, Williams. Here's Chandler. He's scoreless. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Williams. The Thunder with another miss. The Clippers lead by 5. Coffey, the pass to the Cobra. From deep three-point land. That shot off.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Outside, Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Zubac. Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Portis has got 4 rebounds now. Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams, Brent.
Yeah, it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. His shooting volume is very high. This is a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure we can put a ceiling on what that potential is.
The Clippers making a switch here. Kessler's checked in. Here's Wallace. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Pass to the Cobra. He takes it in. And here's Kessler. Hardy, the pass to the Cobra. They get it back. And finished off by Kessler.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And here are the Thunder now. The Clippers getting their last shot to go.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific. Scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Here he goes. Banked it in off the glass. The Cobra's got 20 points.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
Now here's Wallace. Last game for him, he picked up 13. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Kessler.
Coming onto the floor for the Thunder, Hansen, Chet Holmgren.
Portis against Williams. Shoots over Portis. Hansen passes to Holmgren. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers' ball. Here's Hardy. Give him 8. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle. Here's the Cobra. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Thunder trail by 7. Wallace outside. To the paint. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3. That shot off the mark. And so it's Los Angeles closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks. Shooting it well. That's why they're up. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Howdy, folks. I know you've all been clamoring to find out how the Rookie of the Year race is looking, and we are not letting you down. Let's go back in time to Shaq's rookie season. Kenny, what was your first impression of him?
I was in shock. I'd never seen a combination of size and skill that couldn't beat us.
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Clippers.
You know, on the boards, they've been...
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. The Clippers lead by 7. And Oklahoma City, looking at who they've got. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Williams. Then it's Chet Holmgren. And it's Hansen. And at the 5, down low. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams.
Again, it's Jalen Williams. He is in a groove, playing with confidence. Just keep finding him.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Here's Holmgren. No made baskets yet. Pass to Hansen. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Taking it inside. SGA.
You have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
The Cobra passes to Portis. From outside the arc. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And Holmgren's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 3-point game.
And can we say this? That's a physical play by Chet Holmgren. We can say that, right?
These are his first free throws of the game.
Yeah, free throws were an issue for him in their last contest. He just couldn't find the mark.
Both free throws good from Holmgren.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
And over the previous 10 games, let's take a look at the assist leaders among point guards. In the third spot, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, we all know that assists are what you're looking for in a point guard. And these guys understand that. They love making their teammates better. I love it.
Those are some of the best basketball minds in the NBA. The way they think the game out there is remarkable. Always several steps ahead of the defense, finding the right angles, the right openings, and making one unbelievable play after another.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Kessler. And it's the Clippers on the break. Tipped.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. With the step back. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Clippers lead by 3. Here's the Cobra. 24 points for him. Pass to Hardy. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander. Drills a 3.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Inside. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Wallace, right side. Holmgren with a big reach.
Holmgren, that's pretty easy for a guy that long to get up and throw it down.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Down low. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Oklahoma City scoring again.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to the Cobra. Here's Hardy. To the paint. It's tipped. Wallace outside. Misses from close range. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. And that one good. The Cobra's got 6 in the quarter.
And Portis knows this system well. Try to make the good to great pass.
Pass to Wallace. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. Chandler, he's checked in for Wallace. Williams from long range. And here's Holmgren. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's the Cobra. Got a piece of it. Fast break. Here we go. And it's Chandler missing.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break. And he flubs it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Foul, Thunder. Chandler. First personal foul.
Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Right here. Here's the Cobra. 28 points for him. Good.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Outside, Williams. Holmgren against Kessler. And here's Holmgren. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game. Here's the Cobra. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. The Cobra passes to Zubats. Here's the Cobra. Pass to Hardy. To the inside. The Cobra can't hit. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 2. Here's Chandler. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Oklahoma City making a switch here. And the free throw, no good. The Clippers have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Offensive rebound. He's off on that one. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. DeRozan deciding where to go with it. Muscling in, DeRozan.
And DeRozan, just so crafty on those moves, slips right through the contact for the finish.
Hardy, the pass to the Cobra. Pass to Hardy. 5 on the clock. To the left side wing. 4-3. Kessler. Barrett. From outside. I don't know. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And, of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not sure how much it'll impact this game. We'll see.
And the ruling is in. The call stands. No bucket, so no change in the score as we end the quarter.
Good move to review that shot. That was really close to counting.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's the Thunder, leading by just 2. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Walker Kessler out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Ivica Zubats. Then it's Hardy. And it's the Cobra in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Knocked away. Here's Williams. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And the Thunder lead by 6. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
That one's good for 2.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Now here's Wallace. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Here's the Cobra. Uses the glass to finish the layup. The Cobra's got 12 points here in the second half.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Williams passes to Wallace. Back to Williams. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Kessler passes to Zubac. Here's the Cobra. Just 5 to shoot. An easy 2 on the layup. The Cobra's got 6 points in the quarter.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer. Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Pass to Hardy. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Over Topic. The shot by Hardy, no good.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Oh, Kessler with the block. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Kessler. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. In the huddle, he reminded them, quote, "This would be a huge statement if we can finish this off, but we have to stay focused until that final buzzer. It would be a big upset if they can hold on, guys."
As always, Allie, we thank you.
And money from the stripe. SGA can close his eyes and knock that down.
Shooting for Oklahoma City, Shea
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
In the second half, their free throw percentage has improved, hitting in the low 80s now.
The Cobra passes to Zubac. To the middle. Oh, and there's the whistle. On the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul.
The first free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on both. Thunder leading by 5. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Off the mark with a little step back, Jay.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Inside, the Cobra, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. To the inside. Here's the Cobra. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Here's the Cobra. Pass to Hardy. Here's the Cobra.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. They get it back. The 3, Hardy. On target from range. Great game for him. Double-double now.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort burned on that one. And SGA is used to burying these kind of big-time shots. Just an outstanding leader for this team.
The Cobra passes to Hardy. Here's the Cobra. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. The floater. Gilgeous-Alexander with the floater.
SGA quickly becoming the guy you want with the ball in his hands down the stretch.
The Cobra passes to Portis. Here's Hardy. Now here's Kessler. Here's the Cobra. Back to Kessler. To the paint. Here's the Cobra. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And Holmgren's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 3-point lead. There's 42 seconds left in the 4th. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Kessler with a rebound.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's the Cobra. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Here's Oklahoma City now. It's a 1-point game. And he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first. And that'll put him up 2. And so both free throws good. And it's a 3-point game.
Delivering exactly what they needed from the line. He secures the 3-point lead.
There's 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the top.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game. So it's Los Angeles now.
And there's only one option. They need a triple.
Nah, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
Pass to Hardy from downtown, and he drills the triple. Mark Dagnall has called a timeout, and a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. From deep 3-point land. What a
incredible shot. I have no idea how he gets that to fall.
And so the big win by Oklahoma City in a tight game. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, and our entire 2K crew, I'm Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
Just got to tighten up and get them next time.